Hey, patrons, it's X, and here with me is Felicia. And this is us welcoming you to the Secret Patron Show. This is the secret patron-only episode that only for those who have supported the show on a per-week basis. And I realize that I've been saying per episode for a long time, and that's not terribly off, but there are people who realize probably that we do 3 episodes a week, that we drop those, and they might think they might have to pay 3 times each week. No, that's not how it goes. No, you just pay for the one solitary episode of the Patron Show, this one that we're putting out right here. But all of you guys that are patrons know that already, and you understand this. I'm mainly telling the folks that are listening out here in Octoberland. So if you're one of the few people listening to this in the far future, this is a taste of what you've been missing, if we're still alive then. So the patron episode this week comes to us via Alan Firkenhoff, who shared us this completely fucking insane audio clip that comes from Kevin Swanson, a man who I despise probably more than Brian Fisher and easily 10 times more than Gordon Klingenschmidt. Kevin
he certainly is a toxic.
He is
certainly toxic. Just ugh.
He is a rabid anti-LGBTQ pastor who you might remember from previous rants such as the sackcloth and ashes smearing feces on themselves because because gay marriage. Yep, that guy. The scarecrow. This guy, he is a literal walking straw man. He is the scarecrow that is missing all of his straw because he weighs like a $110. He's like the skinniest, most evil person ever. He's Skeletor, let me see. And so, well, he has a show, and apparently he's got some words to say against other Christian pastors who aren't quite Christing the way he does. So I'm just going to let it play here for a minute.
Article making the rounds, Bill, especially on homosexual sites right now. There's a pastor in North Carolina has come out and said, if I have gay kids, this is how I'm going to deal with it. Now, as I'm reading the article, the first thing I note, okay, this is a young pastor. He's got 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say something about that fucking music in the background. Go fuck yourself. What the shit is that? Did somebody get a Casio keyboard and got the pre-play? Like they hit the key and
the bossa nova.
Fuck you! Oh, goddamn! I hate that shit.
I like sound beds that are quiet enough that they're not sticking out like this one is. Like Radio from Hell does it fucking perfectly. Their sound beds are amazing. This one, no, thank you. I'd rather not hear the Casio key.
It's distracting. It's distracting.
And the fact that you use SoundCloud to host their show just makes me laugh even more.
Young children see the picture of his family there on the blog. And he says, if my kids come out of the closet, this is what I promise to do if they turn out to be gay. And as I read the article, the first thing I'm looking for is sackcloth and ash. I mean,
yeah, he went right to that.
Poop.
I will smear poop on myself. My kid's gay.
Genetics
and I've said many times before, if any of my girls turn out to be gay, I'm going to be like, yay, one less I have to worry about teenage pregnancy.
Good God. Can we please hope so?
Yeah, I know, right?
Tearing of the clothes, crying out to God for mercy, repentance himself, as if there's something wrong with us, as if there's something wrong with us corporately, first of all, as if maybe there's something wrong with our entire society, as if maybe there's something terribly wrong with our church, as if there's something maybe terribly wrong with our family, something terribly wrong in the generations of our family, something terribly wrong in me. Not even a clue that there may be something very, very wrong with this pastor himself.
So the pastor of the gay kid that has his gay kid, he's to blame somehow for the kid turning out to be a homosexual.
No, absolutely.
That makes complete sense, Christians. That makes so much fucking sense. Let me tell you.
With all the fucking science we have, that it is, you are born with your sexuality. You are born with it. It may not be genetic because there's a lot of factors, but it is in vitro. And no, it's not what you eat. It's not what you eat. It's a lot of things, but the material of it is that you're born with your sexuality. My Barbies didn't get tied up for no reason, is what I'm saying.
Oh, play. The fuck
He
you doing?
doesn't start with himself. He doesn't see himself to be a sinner before God. He's not on his
Well, that
face
took a
before
turn.
God, crying out, tearing his clothes, sackcloth and ashes, saying, God, have mercy on us. What has happened to us? God, you have turned us over to your judgment. What have you done? Why have you done this? What have we done?
I want him to read
You
some
gotta
sexy books.
shit God.
Can
oh my
he
God.
read some sexy books for me? Because I would totally masturbate to this voice.
I would not. I'd be like, ew.
No, he's getting like really empathetic about it. Be like,
I
"And
got it.
then-
I get where you're going. I get where you're going, but
and then
I've
Hulk
had guys.
plunged
had
his
guys
green-headed
talk-
warrior.
I've had guys talk like that to me, and I'm just like, oh, no.
Yeah, but then again,
No.
I'm not going to go there.
What have we become, God? Our hearts are deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. God, have mercy on us sinners. This is what I don't find in these articles.
What you also don't find is people going, God made my kid this way. or, how about the fact that the person's going, this is my child. I love
This
them
guy
and
has
I will defend
never
them.
had a good orgasm. This guy's never had a good one.
I-
Not once.
The way he doth protest too much, I think he might enjoy getting milked. I think he might love it. And that's the problem, is that he knows he would like it. That's why he's this way.
And Bill, for this reason, I have very little hope for the Pharisees
What?
that make up a society that see themselves to be just fine. Thank you very much.
I thought the
Just
Pharisees were
fine.
bad.
This
I'm
is one of the most
confused.
pharisaical articles I think I've ever read in my life.
We are just fine.
A man
Oh,
who thinks there's a possibility his kids would come out gay and then not turn to himself and see himself, and there to be something of a problem with himself. So, I
honey,
don't know if
one
it's
night with
time-
me, I'll blow your fucking mind. I'll blow your mind. I'll blow your mind. Come
Well,
on, baby.
As long as you're taking fan requests, can you shove something up his ass for me? Like, we've been using that emoji for the eggplant quite a bit, and
Like I wouldn't.
I think he's stretched already enough that I think he'll be ready for the eggplant. Not like one of the tiny little eggplant. I'm talking about one of the
Honey,
Mondo.
no. You don't use vegetables. Come on, they've got
Well,
proper
yeah,
sex
you use
toys.
properly tapered butt plugs. I think he would do just fine.
This guy needs it. Oh, he's already getting it. Let's not fool ourselves.
This guy is
getting
wall
it.
mount butt plug. That's what this guy is. He is like
This guy is getting it. This guy is so getting it.
this guy is like that other Christian pastor that was doing meth and fucking boy hookers.
Yeah, no, seriously, this guy, he sits there and it's terrible. You should feel guilty. You should
It's
feel
something
guilty.
wrong with himself. I feel something wrong with me because I love dick. You could
Dixie,
just tell.
Dixie,
You could
buddy,
tell.
I get it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh no.
And
This
to
guy's,
talk
this
about-
guy's totally creeping.
about the rest of it. But
I mean, he says, if I have gay children, I'll pray for them. Now, that's interesting. That's good. He says, I won't pray for them to be made normal. Wait a minute. I've lived long enough to know that if my children are gay, that is their normal. Now that
I won't
is-
pray that God will heal them, change them, or fix them. Why? Because he's not a sinner and his kids aren't sinners. That's his fundamental belief. Now, he may be Pelagian to the core, to the extent that he believes children are born innocent and sin is not an issue and man can save himself.
How the fuck do you guys have the same God and the same rules and everything and arrive at two vastly different conclusions? I don't understand Christianity in this regard.
Yeah. No kidding. Like, don't get it.
Like how there's more denominations of Christianity
It's
than
almost like there's no God.
wow, imagine that.
Almost like
These people
it's
are just
almost
kind of
like
making it up themselves. It's like,
weird.
oh
Weird.
my gosh. We're almost done with this one.
But whatever the case, what's missing here is this man's not going to pray for his kid's salvation. He's not going to pray that his kids will be saved. I don't see that anywhere here.
Nor
his
is he
kids
going-
don't need to be saved. You know why his kids don't need to be saved?
because they're sweet.
Because
Yeah.
they're not sinners.
You know, they're
This-
not the sweetest examples of original sin that ever walked the face of the earth. They're just
Oh, so these guys are the true believers, then everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked.
Ugh.
Fucking religion. I swear to Christ that I don't believe it. That these guys are just like they're not Christing hard enough. They're kids. They need to be telling their kids that they are fucked up. Like,
oh, look over there. It's not a Scotsman.
Exactly.
Yeah. Their hearts are not deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. He doesn't believe in the depravity of mankind or the depravity of his children. He trusts his own heart, and he trusts the heart of his children. Fundamentally,
the heart is deceitful above all else and is desperately sick. He doesn't classify homosexuality as a sin as the Bible does, so therefore he's not going to proclaim the truth that homosexuality is a sin to his.
Okay, so according to Reverend Lovejoy, you technically can't even take a crap without committing a sin in the Bible. And he's not too far off, because just about everything in that fucking book is a sin. If you look at Leviticus, there's a lot of fucking shit that you should not be doing.
My existence is a sin.
Yeah, you being on this
believe.
podcast is a sin.
Oh, I know. I've
Us
told
doing
guys
this podcast.
things. I have used my voice to express ideas and relate information to males, and Jesus.
Oh, and I'm
Christ,
sure
well.
at least let's see, we've done 95 episodes of this, so I'm sure at least 3 or 4 times you've been unclean, and you should have been in that fucking tent over in the hills.
Right now.
In fact, sin.
I'm
there's
not
sin everywhere.
in a tent. I'm not. I live with guys. There's me as the only female in the house. It's fine. They have not banished me yet.
Go get to your red tent, Felicia. I want a red tent.
Deal with this shit. We just exist together. Like, they don't deal with anything.
I just fucking want
they
a red
notice my
tent.
tampons under the sink is what they notice. Fuck.
How dare you?
His family.
I know.
And he is not doing what he should do as a pastor, and that is stand and proclaim truth and grace. There is healing for the sinner. There is the cleansing for the sinner in the blood of Jesus Christ.
Yo, that's fucking creepy. You have a problem with boy fucking, but you're okay with cleansing somebody in the blood of Christ. Oh, happy Easter, everybody.
As somebody who has been through some very minimal medical training, blood ain't clean, and that guy did not get his vaccinations. All right, you can bet that he's been exposed to tuberculosis. You do not want to bathe in that shit.
Nope. I'm sure he ate human at some point too, so you got spongiform encephalitis going on in there as well.
Just don't okay, wear your gloves, guys. Latex gloves.
Yeah, but don't bathe in it
Don't
unless you're wearing a latex suit.
Don't. It's not
gross.
healthy.
And,
He says, if I have gay children, you'll all know it. In other words, I'll bring them out. I'll be proud of it. I'm excited about it, et cetera, et cetera. But, as a pastor, if your children turn out to be sinners, well, they need Jesus too.
Maybe they have Jesus already. Maybe Jesus
gave it to him real good that night.
I'm just saying, don't knock it, man. Don't.
Yeah, saying.
Kevin, you obviously need a man in your life beyond Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jesus can come over and plow you once or twice, and you'd be like, "Oh God, what have I been missing on?"
It turns out they abandon the faith while they're in the household, accused of riot, unruly debauchery, etc. within the household. You need to resign as a pastor.
Yeah, so he calls for pastors to resign if they have gay kids. So that's a wonderful life lesson you're getting from fucking Kevin motherfucking Swanson. I think he would fall into that basket full of deplorables if there were one.
Oh, he's just the worst. Oh, I hate that guy.
I hate that man so much. And the fact that we had presidential candidates, when the primary was going on at his fucking conferences, the FRC conference thing that was going on, just like that's gross. Politics and that kind of religion should never, ever fucking mix.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, that's it for the Patron show for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed us talking about this terrible fucking human being. We should be back to full force next week with everybody. But it's late. We're tired and we're going to go to bed. We'll talk to you guys later.